too many times to count. This guy used to play every game back in the day. It was just
yeah.
That was when I was 5K. He was like a God Gamer 8K player at the time. So there's probably some trauma on the inside talking about this Quinn.
Yeah, like the ego is involved at this point. You need
Quinn
him to be able to win this game, because otherwise, what were all those losses in pubs for? Well, we're going to see whether or not Gaimin Gladiators can do that, and part of it is going to be off the back of one of the worst performing heroes of this tournament, which is the Terrorblade. I don't know how you feel about this hero, but I feel like I've only seen it lose.
I want it to be good because it fills the role of Naga, where he pushes out laning for illusions.
Yeah.
He gets his timing, but I think that the Scotty nerf, unannounced patch note change, whatever it is, that Scotty does not work through BKBs anymore. Hurt the hero a lot.
Okay.
Because this hero used to play. At some point, people would go treads Scotty. Not even a Yasha, not anything, just tread Scotty. And now that it doesn't work with BKB, I think hurts the hero a lot.
Okay. That does make sense, because I thought at the start of this patch, Terrorblade was going to be by far one of the most prolific heroes because of, as you said, it's an illusion hero that big map, pushes down lanes, can go to jungle very early on. I thought it was only bonuses, but as the patches worn on, and yeah, it must be, maybe part of that is the changes that occurred.
Yeah, so the other thing is there's a Monkey King versus him, which is a kind of interesting matchup. We don't see the Monkey offlane that much, but if there's one team and player that would be able to play a carry Monkey King that's actually your offlaner in the offlane, it'd be Quest and MR.
Yes.
So that's really cool. They just picked it blind. I thought that they're maybe thinking to do some flex with the Morph going mid and the Penguin going offlane and Monkey laning mid, but no, just a casual Monkey in the offlane. I think that's more casual than the Terrorblade, to be honest. I know Penna was saying casual TV guys, but here we are, casual Monkey King. And then obviously in the top lane it's just Brood Morph. We've seen this every single game, every single time. I am interested in whether Ace will go the 0-4-4 build versus Morphling. We just go stats over the Q, so when Morph turns into you, he doesn't get the
Oh, interesting. Has that been common? Are more people doing that?
Moo did it. I think someone else did it as well. Okay. I know Moo was doing it, and he would also go to Dom, which Ace would go sometimes. So you kind of offset your lack of Q healing for going a Dom 2 in Vlad's timing.
Okay, that's really interesting.
So we'll see. I'm pretty interested in what Ace goes, but I think that's probably a pretty good angle for this game.
Oh. Checking up our mid matchup here, it is going pretty even, while bottom lane, we've seen now twice a hero has gotten away with just one hit left during that metamorphosis. Amar and Omar barely managed to get out. First blood is still on the table for one of these two teams.
Something I think is really cool, I want to bring attention to, is Duaccio buys a salve a lot on carry. So, PSA to all you carry players out there, it is worth it to buy your own regen.
Buy your own goddamn regen.
You don't have to be that strong, but
buy your own goddamn regen. I'm tired of giving you tangos all the time.
It's good, guys. You should do it in your pubs. You will win a lot more. And he does this consistently every game. After the bounty hunter buys salve, and it's so that you can trade really early, get the advantage, and then pop a salve. But it doesn't really work when your support maybe goes down.
That's right. Lines it up. Gets the first blood. Duaccio is going to try and slow him down. I think he might have this kill as long as he keeps the damage on him. Oh, trickery. Dodges a little bit more, but he has that reflection coming out. Amar just got a little bit more off the stick. He just needs the one hit. No, he doesn't. He needed 2 hits. Amar once again gets away, man. This lane is just constantly right on the edge.
I don't know what else you would ask for when you pick Monkey King. This is what you're hoping for, just a brawl to the death. Hopefully coming on top every time, and it's working out for them so far.
What are you aiming out of an off-lane Monkey King pick anyway? Like the off-lane animate, I get the, especially against the Dusa matchup, and
right?
Yeah, counter Morphling. What are you hoping to get out of off-lane Monkey King? Besides just the second carry, which we know Amar is going to become anyway.
I think that is what you're hoping for.
Okay, that's it.
And maybe it's to help with the Brood. Your Q can one-shot spiders if you have an item. I think it's just like phase boots, even a level or max stun. And then there's also that it's pretty good versus TA. When you drop the ring of refraction, it kind of forces TA to not be able to fight in an area. And besides that, it's not anything crazy.
Maybe a little bit more initiation, just in general off the bound the strength. Quinn
might go down.
Very low. The swashbuckle does catch him. Noob. winning the matchup against Quinn. Uh-oh.
Alright, North America is not looking on top right now. Quinn is European.
Quinn, oh, he's European now.
It's too much time on the server.
Yeah, you're spending a lot of time on Reddit, huh? Blast off gonna land onto Omar, but Omar is gonna be the one in trouble here. Oh man, he got off the boundless strike to finish off Dyrachyo just in time. What a good trade-off. Like the proper trade, 1 for 2. Omar, maybe he gets the kill on Celery too. Oh, they trade 2 for 2 off the support rotation. I mean, Tofu's going to be super happy with his levels, but considering the fact that they were outnumbered, Quest, Omar, they do a great job battling back.
Yeah, he's going to feel good, but it's one of those survivors guilt where you're like, oh god, I ganked and I got them both killed.
Yeah.
What have I done to this lane? And it feels really bad. Whenever you bring this third hero to a lane and it doesn't work out, it's just so much fun because you're also going to expect that your lane's going bad. And now Quinn's getting ganked by the supports you just killed.
Yeah, and he did a really good job putting that damage back on our noob, and now Survivor's kill he puts onto Omar instead because Quinn manages to get the kill, and Kaori gets killed as he shows up because both Tofu and Celery were ready to go. They secure the power rune for Quinn. They turn around for Gaimin Gladiators after that bottom lane action.
Looking like Tofu is the angel of death. Where he appears, heroes die.
Oh god, watch out.
Oh no, top lane.
Tofu's gonna show up. No.
Please, he's so low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's fine. I'm worried. I was hearing some sounds top. I wasn't looking there.
Ace. I mean, he's got the lotuses, so you would think he'll be okay, but we'll see.
You know, so we'll start to see Quinn accelerate. This is kind of the point where he gets his treads, he gets level 7, and he just farms really fast. And so gaming, all their cores just want to farm really fast. That's the quote. It's, I would have farmed fast, guys. Let me hit these camps. But the cool thing is the TA build has recently been like a Dragonlance into Shard. And they play really fast off the Shard silence. This game is really, really good. It's good versus the Morphling, good versus the Pango. Even the Skywrath, I would say, is pretty good for it. It's just kind of like canceling his combinations.
Sure.
So we'll probably see Quinn be more active than you'd expect from the TA.
Okay. Yeah, that does seem very much needed because it did feel like the greediness of this lineup was going to be a little bit too much to handle. Blast off in from the side. Tofu does land it onto Amar. He tried to dodge it with a trickery. Not quite good enough, but now tossed in. They're trying to like kite him around while still keeping this damage on him so he can't jump away to the trees. Well played. Tofu will pick up the last hit on that one.
Tofu shows up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ace is probably just breathing a sigh of relief.
And not in his lane.
Yeah, not in my lane. I just want to farm away, guys. I just want to farm fast. That's all.
That, you know, the top lane's like a 50-50, right? He shows up, like, one of those two will die. Bots, at least, like, there's way more heroes. There's 6 heroes total, so it's, like, more even odds. Tofu obviously won't die, right? It's going to be one of the other 5 heroes, so even better odds for them.
Another power rune secured for Quinn. Gaimin Gladiators, a lot of rotations, but Quest is matching that tempos. They're going to get a quick kill onto Ace. They're going to go back at it on Amar. TP rotation immediately from Noob to counter that a bit of aggression.
Cancels, but these canceled TPs start to stack up in the early game a lot. Whereas if you start canceling first, you can't have the rotate now. Now if they dive top, they dive bot, you can't come. And second, it's just 100 gold down the drain. And you just kind of sit there and
top tower is under
your actions for 90 seconds.
Yeah, particularly for a hero that it feels very good to fight with early, right?
Especially like someone who counters these dives really well with like a swash or a roll when they try to dive the tower.
Yeah.
It feels kind of locked in the map.
To get a kill on a Tofu here. He's got the blast off. He's going to need it.
Nice.
Oh, he gets it off just before the Rolling Thunder can hit him. Meanwhile, Quinn just runs down Gary underneath the tower. Dodge the Rolling Thunder, only gets hit once by it. Also activated that armor room, so very tanky.
Yeah, it's the... If he tries to go in the TA and the TA's refractions up, the roll doesn't do anything. It's a completely useless spell.
Right.
So Quinn feels really strong. He just kind of do whatever he wants. Undying as well doesn't really break refraction. Skywrath doesn't until level 6, so he kind of has free reign over the game.
I'd also say that TA's a hero that likes to sit in the lane, and as a result can hit the tower a lot, where the Pango wants to rotate. It feels like kind of like that the DK versus some of these rotator matchups.
Yeah, I would say so. It's like the Shadow King TAs, the snipers, they just sit mid to take your tower. So me, I like the way he accepts that his tower's dead. He doesn't try to like, sit there and do nothing. He goes top, you know, clears the brute spiders, just farms the jungle. So he's trying to keep his own game up rather than try to slow down the TA slightly.
Right. Because his game is going to be very important. I mean, if he can get constant, consistent swashbuckles off, that disarm is super valuable against this lineup. 3 right-clicking cores on Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, it'll be a lot on, I would say, noob. It seems like this whole series has kind of been a lot on this mid matchup and how it's played out early game. And whichever team has the mid advantage, their core's just super far from the game. So both teams, they have really greedy cores in the side lanes, but Quinn seems like he's greedy and he's like top of the lane. So really nice advantage for Gaimin Gladiators.
Another pickoff on Akiri and another Rolling Thunder that is ultimately going to be wasted here. So that actually gets me on a line of thought. I asked Avery this yesterday. I asked him who he thought the most important core role was in the game right now, the current meta. So I extend that question to you.
I'd say offlane.
Offlane. Okay, he said the exact same thing.
I would say it's kind of like you stomp your offlane and you kick the enemy carry out and take this tower, you just win.
But we've seen a lot of focus on, like, I feel like a lot of the games has come down to the mid matchup when we talk about it. So what is it about that?
It's generally that the offlane can enable the supports to leave to go to the mid lane. So the mid lane matchup is because of how the offlaners are.
Is under attack.
Okay, the brute kicks the support out, support goes mid. Now there's a lot of fighting mid. You kind of give up naturally.
Demise behind the tombstone's out, but the zombies and the tombstone are both going to be taken out so quickly. TA2000 cannot morph strength fast enough, not against that heavy physical damage of a double damage TA.
Noob is lucky to be able to walk away.
Much
Now
like
towers down. And again, these 2 and towers matter so much for the amount of time you get to this like 10 to 20 minute mark. They took the mid tower, they're going to take the top tower, so he gets all the space in the world. He's going to be able to farm aces to his content. And Dyrachyo just bought vibing. There's no cares in the world, because the Monkey King, you know, the offlaner, as we said, he had to leave his lane, so now the carry just gets the free farm boss.
Right. I can't believe they're hitting 2 side lane towers at once. That is pretty bold by Dyrachyo, but I guess he's got a good read of it that he can do that. You take that top tower, and he's maybe going to stick around. We'll see.
Dyer's bottom tower has fallen. That was not involved.
All 3 towers dead. 12 minutes, 20 seconds in the game. Huge advantage right now for gaming. Just to play the map. They don't even have to do any moves, and have to get no kills, but just even playing very casually right now, you're just going to get a gold advantage by how the lanes will be pushed down, what camps you have the ability to play.
So you say if these side lane towers are so important, what would you give? Just like, no matter what the draft is, just give me a general, like, what would you say the win percentage is of a team that gets, oh no, Tofu! I hate it when that happens. He got the Z-Access bug. He got the kill on TA2000 anyway? Okay, it all works out like a dream for Tofu somehow. Meanwhile, Amar is going to be run down. He won't be able to jump away into the trees. He's going to stick onto him here. Now, lifesteal, I don't think that's going to be enough. You can't beat incapacitating bite, or maybe you can with the Wukong's command and the TP rotations coming in. Nice try, Celery, with his own steal of the ultimate, but obviously he's not nearly as tanky as the monkey.
Yeah, that was a 20-stick and a Lotus. It's nice how the teams have been using a lot of Lotuses in this early game. I've seen a lot of just like holding it and picking it up.
Yeah.
Some games you'll just watch there's just 6 Lotuses at like the 25-minute mark.
Yeah.
No one really cares about it, so they're really good guys. You should pick them up. I'd also like you can lock it. Stop the combining. You can pick up like 4 small ones. If you want to use them individually, you can just lock it.
Is that usually a preference to use them?
I've seen some support players do it.
Dyer's middle tower is not
bigger
what it
ones
used
kind
to
of are
be. That is
redundant,
for
as they like
certain.
heal you, overheal.
Sure.
Versus the small ones being like little like mangoes. They're pretty much just extra mangoes in fair.
I would argue those supports should combine them and then give them to a core.
I thought you were a support player.
I mean,
What happened to
I'm
that?
a generous guy.
In this day and age.
Well, to be honest, I'm not playing much Dota right now because I'm casting Dota all the time. So what do I care, people? Tofu
If you were playing, you'd be buying Midas, you'd be picking up the Lotuses, being like, guys, get that Tormentor, kill that Tormentor for me, you know? Like, the support players are the ones who call for the Tormentors.
Yeah, yeah.
It's you guys who want the shards. You guys, like, you're given a dying. I'm like, guys, I need a shard for my tombstone. Please, guys. You, of course, are fine.
Listen, I'm also an offlaner, so I also want that Lotus. So, you know, it just depends on what mood I'm in. You know,
Depends on the
my
day.
support today, or am I an offlaner? Zeller runs into the smoke, actually hops away there with the Templar sword, but it's not good enough. But it is maybe good enough to win this fight. Noob, Rolling Thunders to get away. 1-for-1 trade-off. That again, Quinn is getting bigger and bigger off of. He is almost hitting the 10K net worth mark already, and it's 15 minutes in.
So he's deciding not to go for the shard. I think it's healing his
middle tower.
Yeah.
He's doing the very, very classic Link Dragon Length. That's been the TA build, I guess, minus the Dragon Length for like, what, 8 years now on mid?
Yeah.
Ever since the,
Long
it was
time.
Phase Drum Yasha, the olden
War
days.
has come to Radiant's bottom
Ever since
tower.
that, we moved on.
Radiant's towers
We
are
evolved as Dota
fortified,
players.
just like
Link
Axe.
Deso, it's here to stay. Tier 2 is probably
Radiant's
just gonna go
bottom
down. I
tower
don't think
is
it's
under
gonna go
attack.
down.
Much
Yeah,
like
they'll try and get a trade off with tier 1. Obviously, that trade is
Dyer's middle
good for
tower
Quest.
is under
They
attack.
are definitely behind, but they're not down that much in net worth. Though that could snowball very quickly.
Losing the mid tower at the same time. Duracho really likes hitting 2 towers at the same time.
Yeah, what is with that? I mean, I guess in some ways Quest's lineup,
Fortified.
maybe in part because of this Monkey King, you feel very confident that they can't fight you on.
It's also that they know they've run up roll.
Vitamins and minerals.
Mango kind of feels useless whenever he doesn't have it.
Dyer's
He
middle
swashes
tower
in and he
is
just
not
gets
what it
looked at by
used
Rubik
to.
with like a
Dyer's middle
BS.
tower was
Yeah,
worth
that's a
it
good
to
point.
him. It would
It's a
still
nice
be
read. They just take 2
standing.
towers for free off the 1 cooldown, right? That's how much these random spells that don't get the value off of them matter. Mango messes up his roll once, and now it just feels like the game
Radiant's
is
bottom
so hard.
tower is under attack.
Next thing you know, they're going to take Roshan, and then they're going to get that net worth advantage off the first ages like you were talking about. Things are looking pretty bad for Quest. They need to find a way to alter the direction of this game.
So it's usually the tournament, it's been the Morphling Ags. But usually you want the Manta, and you want the Manta really fast so you can farm your Ag. You didn't have the Manta. He's like super not close to the Ags, so now this is looking like a 30 plus minute Ags, depending on how the game goes. And that's a lot of time.
Yeah, that's about the same time that Gaimin Gladiators can take the second Roshan and go high ground against. So, what about the Monkey? Offlane Monkey King? Is there any difference in timings to carry Monkey King?
I thought he might go a Halberd, which he is. He is the Halberd beat-up. It kind of gives him this opportunity to stop the TA, which is I'd say it's their biggest problem right now. But it's kind of, you're patching one hole in the dam and another starts flooding out.
Yeah.
Terrorblade now just destroying the game, and then you patch that one with your other hand, and then Brood Mother comes in with a Hex, just hexes your entire backline, kills everything, and
Then you get turned into a chicken, you don't have any hands.
Jam starts flooding down.
Well, here comes that Roshan for Desolator Templar Assassin.
Triple Null, very easy stuff.
He's gonna go back for the shard though.
Yeah, I do like the shard on TA. It's really nice to silence.
Radiant's middle
Kind
tower
of
is
messes up with a
under
lot of
attack.
views. And it's just, you can't weakens it or anything. You can click on you all the time. Even with BKBs, you can click it at the very end.
Oh yeah.
So, a lot of value on it.
Can't overcommit for this one. Oh, nice steal. Celery gets his own tombstone. So Yori is likely to die for this. He tries to TP right in front of a Rubik that has telekinesis. Chasing for more. I would also say the shard is pretty helpful for what is likely going to be turning into an attempt at a rat game for Quest.
Also, it gives you more charge on the ult.
He jumped away just in time.
It also gives you vision on the traps. So it's like all these little things that's like, you get more vision, you get more traps, you just get a silence, you always be able to catch these heroes. Monkey King randomly gets stunned and silenced, or not stunned, but slowed and silenced, or slowed and silenced.
She's going to be sick.
Or this guy.
Like Omar.
Honestly, Gaming might look to go high ground with this first Aegis. They don't really have anything holding them back.
Yeah, and you know the Quest heroes are like all way out on the map right now, so even if you don't commit, it would be nice to at least force them back.
Axe observes carnage
Also,
underway,
lucky he gets a
and
Gorgo,
Radiant's top
so just
tower.
like CG potential is really good.
Yeah.
Along with
Dyer's
Dragon,
bottom tower is under
level
attack.
15. I think he can almost outrange
tower is
Towers if
under
they're not
attack.
mistaken, if not outrange them. So looking really good for them to just go high
Dyer's bottom
ground.
tower is taking many
All
moves.
that's remaining is a tier 2 bottom lane. Once that objective is gone,
Dyer's
Scotty
bottom
picked up
tower is
Ratio.
under attack.
Yeah,
Radiant
it
found
really
the
is high ground
weakness
hitting
in
time.
Dyer's bottom tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Thunder,
It will
that isn't
fall.
really that good versus PA. He will cook you, the Terrorblade will cook you, and you can't do any damage. So it's what? Just hoping for a big recon and try to one-shot a heal?
Yeah, which I think Amar is typically one of the last people to teleport back on these high ground defenses, but he kind of needs to be here to defend this one.
Good carry just died to a fairway lead.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate. Jump in there from Quinn doesn't amount to much besides buildings falling. They have to wait out the meta. There's nothing else they can do at this point. They're just too damn strong.
3 minutes left on the Aegis. 3 mid-rags. More playing. Good segment down. Because he really needs his ads. Can't really give him 2 racks at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to Tombstone anymore. They're going to go in with the Rolling Thunder, try and blow up Dyrachio. They get a silence onto it, but a force down gets him well out of danger. Now, there's potential of a turnaround here with the Sunder. Steal Wukong's command for the Rubik. 2 special. Back up. Wait for their meta and Tombstone to come up again. That's why Quest and Moments immediately smoke out, try and catch Gaimin Gladiators. Meanwhile, they're a little bit split. Ace is going to be the target here. Slow it down with the inhibit. They've got him. Great pickup for Quest.
Really nice kill. They need every single kill they can get. They need this work from Hags. He gets the last of 2, so one of the best situations they could have hoped for. They didn't lose the racks. They didn't die on a hero, and they got a free kill in the group. So all in all, could be a lot worse than that.
Yeah, it's going to get a little rough here as some heroes get picked off outside of the base. Yeah. Oh, he missed!
With the Gossamer's cave.
No way. Okay, that is one of the downsides of TA right now. That Gossamer's cave is pretty rough for you.
Especially when these heroes have it on the side of Gaia.
Yeah, you're going to be missing a lot of meld strikes, but you can't miss meld strikes on these towers, on these buildings, rather. So,
You can't clip it.
Well,
unfortunately. Desolator. Cannot miss Desolator on top.
That's true. No, that's true.
Still a minute left on Aegis. Quinn really... He just says no K. This is so like casual of a state of the game where
Yeah.
you can't die, you know. You're still focused in the comms with back your head like, oh, this is, you know, what are they gonna do to me?
Yeah.
If you die here in this case, you're like, oh my god, why quit that? I'm dead. But
Amar just casually gets picked off. Dyrachio activates the meta after that kill. He says, that is enough for me to go for Megas at 22 minutes. They're gonna force the buyback out of Amar. And hell, they might even maybe expect that Amar doesn't have buyback. The way this game is sped up so dramatically, they finally get the Aghanim Scepter on the Morphling. You get one chance to keep this going for a little bit longer, dude. Mystic Flare, all the damage, but there goes the Manta from Dyrachio. He's going to be fine, and he can use the Sunder on somebody if he wishes. Amar jumps in, immediately gets silenced, and he's going to die underneath the mine. The rolling celery, rolling thunder that he stole away, interrupted Quest from being able to help out Amar. Nuke's going to jump in, jump away from the swashbuckle, immediately gets silenced up by the TA shard. Unfortunately, the shield reduction